Okay, so we're going to talk about just a few of the parts with Comp Plan 2. There are lots of details, and it's like good to have things in small bits. So anybody who's going to want to make money with the business definitely wants to have the comp plan printed out. Um, and there are a couple ways you can find it. My particular screen today looks like this. And in the middle box is something called News You Can Lose, and then it's the new comp plan. You can also find it under, if your screen says education, it's under that. If your screen has resources, it's under that, and then education, and then 2.0. And there are other places to find it, but print that off and put it in a binder. And I even have tabs. I have tabs on my main chart, which is on page 5 because I refer to that a lot. And then there's a glossary. I have a tab on the glossary because I definitely use the glossary a lot. And when you click on Compensation 2.0 documents, you go to there, click on link, and here's what this looks like. So there are 19 pages, and I didn't print the first one because it was a lot of ink and I didn't really need that, but I did print the other 18. So you do what you need to do. And then you have your little binder. Okay, so LifeWave is a binary MLM. Stands for multi-level marketing, and we are a unilevel MLM. And I think since we have this new comp plan as of the end of October, we are not so much multi-level anymore. We are with this customer, this great customer link that we now have. It's more like a customer-based one, so that's really great for customers. Okay, so this chart is on page 5. This is the one that I use a lot. This tells us that we have 12 levels of rank. That's very, very confusing, 12, because who wants to remember 12? But it's really not that difficult. First of all, brand partner, an active brand partner, that's not a rank. That's like you signed up for a package and you became a brand partner. And we'll talk about more about that in a minute. Okay, but we do have these ranks. We really have four ranks, and then within each rank, star, 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star manager. So we have manager, then your next rank is director, next rank is executive, and then finally presidential. Okay, I'm going to ask, what is the difference between a brand partner and an active brand partner? And actually, I'll just answer the question. What I came up with is everybody who signs up as a core with a core advanced plus, or a premium package is an active brand partner for that month. Active means you just bought something in that month, and we work in 1 month increments. If they do not order in the second month because they don't need more product, they become a brand partner. Once again, once they order again, they become active. So somebody who's not interested in sharing, they don't care if they are active or not. That's why we are probably going to encourage them to become a PC plus customer instead. Okay. So again, talk about that in a minute. Okay. These are the 9 ways to earn with LifeWave. And I'm not going to read through them. We just have 9 ways. And to find them in your comp plan 2.0, that is the page 2. There are all your 9 ways. Retail 1, 2, that's customer earnings. And then we have these 4 primary bonuses, that makes 6, and additional opportunities, 7, 8, 9. And when I am looking a question, looking for an answer, I definitely turn to this page and find that bonus, what page it's on. So LifeWave's comp plan is a learn as you earn. When you earn money, I would say like, I wonder how I got that money. Then I would go back to this page, find out what bonus it was under, and I would learn. that's how everybody is learning. I am watching those videos or reading whatever it takes, but nobody should learn the entire comp plan at one time. No need to. Okay, so we're going to talk about the first way to earn. It's called Product Introductory Bonus, PIB. Sometimes we call it a PIB and sometimes not. So when you introduce somebody to a product, you get a bonus. That's as simple as that one is. Okay, this is our product introductory bonus. Core $35, advanced 75, advanced plus 165, and premium 405. So I put that on this chart, and when we sign somebody up with one of these kits, it doesn't say these red numbers on the bottom because the customer doesn't need to know how much money we're making. So I just added that because, again, I am super visual. I need to line things up, that how much we get. So any questions on that? So you get the product introductory bonus once, and only the person who sponsors the person gets that bonus. Second bonus is the business launch bonus, BLM. We don't call it that, but it's like business lunch bonus. You go on a business lunch bonus, but it's launch. So you're launching your business. You're starting your business out. And this is a quick visual. Again, I am visual. I need to see this. So if you can think of, we're trying to make a 1-star manager and a 2-star manager out of us or our downline. So 1-star manager, there's you are the person, and you're going to put one person on left, one person on right. 2-star manager, 2 people left, 2 people right. It can be that simple. Of course, there are a few things underneath the bonus. One left, one person on the right, and one person on left. Okay, this is so that one of the bonuses later on, called the binary bonus, that one, you want to have that balanced. How many people, how much product is going through your left and your right side. That's why we encourage one person on left, one person on right. They technically could be on both sides. Okay. Is there a question? Okay. So go ahead. Yep.
In this pamphlet, after the product introduction bonus is the level earnings bonus. Did I miss that one?
That's what I was wondering too. It's not called what you said, Ann.
Say it again, the question?
The next one, the next bonus after that PIB is the level in this book is the level earning.
Oh, bonus. I am just choosing the ones that I think pertain to you.
Okay, so which business launch?
Yeah, business launch is under additional earning opportunities.
What page is that?
Well, on page 2 of the in the table of contents, it's under, there are 3 levels: customer earnings, primary bonuses, and then additional earning opportunities. So page 13. Okay.
Oh, you find it, Pam?
Yep.
Okay.
You find it, Pat?
Yeah, but that, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't go in order because we don't need to know all of them. I was just wanting to show the ones that you guys would deal with first. Okay. So, one left and one right. And then it says on at advanced 300 PV. PV is personal volume. So in general, okay, so
I'm lost.
So that's going to be under QDV.
Wait, and I don't know where you're at. Where can we follow you?
Well, are you not seeing my screen?
Oh, I was trying to look at the
Yeah,
follow on the plan. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, we're looking at your screen.
Okay. There's the visual for the business launch bonus. Okay.
Right.
Okay, good. One person left, one person right. So that later on, when we have the binary bonus, which we're not going to talk about today, you're just setting yourself up for that. Okay. Then we need this QDV. And in the glossary on page 18
Okay, just a
is,
minute.
is that explanation.
Okay.
1 star.
So QD,
Kathy, Kathy's not on here today.
correct.
Okay.
So,
I think I had a pamphlet that she gave me and I accidentally gave it to Connie.
okay.
So I'm
Well,
going
you
to
can
have
just,
to get another one.
okay, just watch the screen for today. That's good. Okay, so on page 18, it's qualified downline volume. It combined qualified volume, QV, from all purchases made by a brand partner. In fact, I kind of summed this up on the next one. This is a little simpler, but you want to read that. So that amount right there is from your purchases, your customers' purchases, and your downline brand partners' purchases. So that is amazing. Everything that you guys buy goes into my QDV column. Okay? That's the beauty of the team. Okay? Anybody on
Okay.
your downline goes into that column.
Okay, everything flows up from below, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
for this. For this part. Okay, so just remember anything that you purchase, your customers purchase, or your downline purchase goes into that. Because to be one-star manager, you need 750 QB. Okay, so here's how you can get there. They say buy an advanced. Then you would get 300. If you buy core, you get 180. If you buy advanced plus, it's 500. Okay, and here's this PV over here, product volume or personal volume. Personal volume. Okay, so in this scenario, we're trying to get to one-star manager. You need 750 qualified downline volume from the previous page, comes from these areas. Or if you bought an advanced pack for 300 PV, and then you had 2 downline people buy them, that's 200 times 3, 600. That would give you 900 PV the first month. That's more than the 750 needs. That's the first month. Or your package was you purchased a core and 2 people did the advanced. Would come to 780. It's still good. So any combination of that, excuse me, any combination, it's got to get you to 750. But remember, it can be these purchases above 2. Okay. So this business launch bonus, that's the one we're on. It's on page 13 in the comp plan 2, are for new brand partners and their enrollers. So you're going to get a bonus. They're going to get a bonus. So the new brand partner bonus is if somebody becomes a one-star manager, we're going to give them $25. So we have this 9 weeks of this new launch. It's great. If they make those qualifications that I talked about, if they get, I'll talk about this in a minute, if they get that 750, then they're going to get $25 and you're going to get $12.50. So you're going to get rewarded for that. That's a matching bonus, but I'm not really deeply talking about it. Just know it's there. If they get to 2-star manager, they get 50 per week, you get 25. And here's that same chart, only larger. Again, that's in your book. And when this starts happening, then you start looking at this stuff in detail. Okay, so, and on a 2-sleeve subscription, so one on right, one on left, on advanced pack, or your downline, somehow you need to get 750 points to be 1-star manager. And then on a 2-sleeve subscription. Why do we need this? All right, so that's this column. This is your personal volume. You as a 1-star manager need 110, and a 2-star manager also. In fact, notice all the way down to 1-star executive, you just need 110 personal volume. How do you get there? You, one way is you are on X39. That's going to give you 77 personal volume. And you could be on an Eon or any supporting patch. That would give you 55. That would be 132. That number in here would be 132. If you purchase these two things, it will be 132. But it's not going to be, it's going to be on your chart as 132. This is just the minimum of what you need. All right, this is my chart today. It says I have 863 PV, personal volume, because all my customers also go under there. So you want to write that in there, that for PV, it's you and your customers. So I wrote that under my chart. Customer purchases, my purchases. Okay. And I can click on this number if I was on my website, and it would tell me all the people who've earned, who are on there. And it basically says PC customer, retail customer, whatever. You know, it says those, it doesn't really give their names. Some of them it gives their names, but it says the volume, and then that total is 863. Why is this important? I don't need to buy any product every month because of that number. If I'm above 110 and other people are putting numbers into that coffer, I don't have to buy anything. I personally have a couple $1,000s of patches here, so I don't need any more. I was just buying them just to keep qualified. In this new way, the customers can keep me qualified. Another good reason that might help you if funds are a little low for you and you have plenty of patches, then you don't have to buy them. And of course, you could also always do a maintenance kit also, and that would add to that. Okay, so that's how we got. So that was your purchase or adding personally enrolled customers. That's how we got there. So then for 2-star manager, it's just going to be double that. Okay, breakthrough incentives. That's a pretty easy one. And several of you are like just getting to be 1-star director. So you want to pay attention to this. Again, this is a learn as you earn, as you're getting up the rank. You want to know. So we have these breakthrough incentives. And so on the main page, this is an additional earning opportunity. Okay, so when you become 1-star director, they're going to give you $500. This is such a big deal. Such a big deal. They're going to give you 250 right away when you get it. And then you have to remain active at that level for 4 weeks. Then they give you the other 250. 1-star executive, 5,000. 1-star presidential. This is just a lot of money. Okay, and how that fit into that, my favorite chart, my favorite main chart on page 5. So when you guys become 1-star director, you're going to get this $500 bonus. It's amazing. I just think that's great. Okay. And then this one is even.
And
Yes.
okay, when you get to director, you get 500, and then they just give you 250, and then you have to maintain that for 4 weeks in a row.
Yes.
Can that, like, if you don't do that right to start with, is it any 4 weeks after that, then you get that 250?
Excellent question. It's up to 1 year you have to get those.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for
Okay.
asking. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they do that on the other levels then too? You
Yes.
just get part?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Thanks.
Which is what, yeah, that chart. So this is on page 14 of the comp plan. Yep, they give it to you little by little, which is smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have to keep working for that. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how that one looks. And then they give you these other fun incentives. I think this is just great. So once you're director, one-star director, and then this is a big climb to get to this next one. Takes a while because look at these numbers go up. This didn't change, but now you need more volume in your business. You need more people doing this, and I'm not going to go into this other part, but you need people doing stuff. Okay. And when you're at that point, I'll gladly help you. Okay. So when you get to this 2-star, then they're going to give you this tote or this backpack. You can choose which one you want. When you get to this level, they're going to give you some luggage. That's another $100 bonus. And what was really fun about these 3 products here is when we were in Bahamas, so many people had these items, and so you could celebrate them. You could say, congratulations on getting this bonus because I know that they had to get the 3-star director to get the luggage. Like, awesome that you got that. So you could really celebrate people. And when you get these products, please put a picture of you getting it or opening it or a little video of you opening it and put that on Facebook because we need to see that people are getting these things. And we want to share that rejoice.
And was it a problem at picking up the luggage? Is there a bag big enough that it had to go on the deal where you pick up your luggage? I was wondering if everybody had the same luggage.
Oh, I don't know. Everybody comes in as a different. Oh, on the flight.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody came in different flights, but no, that was amazing. I mean, to have 7,000 people on that ship. They had us all lined up by numbers and stuff, and it was very, very, very easy. But that's a good question. All right, then once you are our executive, you get 5,000. That's just a lot of money. The one after that. So when I came in with the new plan in October, I was wanting to come in as a 3-star director. Do you know why? Because I wanted that $5,000 bonus. I came in as 1-star executive. There's nothing I could do. I just had so many people below me, so I came in at 1-star executive, which I was pretty happy. I'd like just bring me in as low as possible. And because I did get to be 2-star executive. Now notice that when you're executive, you have to have 200 volume for the week, and I mean for the month. And I just told you I had 800, so that part was not a problem. All right. So then when I got to 2-star executive, then I earned the 4-day trip to Corp in Utah. And so this hasn't happened yet, and I think it's going to happen in August, they said. But what's so cool is that I'm going to be with all these other 2-star executives. So the reason that's fun is because you are with like-minded people. You've all done certain things to get to this point. You all have certain victories. You all have certain issues. And so you can talk to people who are your level, your thinking. Sometimes we can be intimidated by the higher ups, and that's our problem. But sometimes we get that way. And so now I will be with people who are, trying to get to the next level. And so that's why I'm very excited for that trip. And, I get to take Tim along. Plus Steve and Gina also have a house there, and we get to go there for a day, and they'll do whatever they do there. So that's super exciting to be with that small of a group of 60 people. That's very, you get to know some people in 4 days. I'll be with 60 people. That's amazing. And then they also take you to, like, there was the Olympics were there, so they have Olympic Park and stuff. So they take you on. Depends upon the season that you're in, they take you to somewhere else. And plus you go to Corp. And I've been to Corp, but Tim hasn't, so I'm pretty excited for him to go see that. And the more that the two of us are part of this, the more we are part of this. It's awesome.
And that's at which level?
That's two-star executives. So I have to
Okay.
have 100,000 going through mine per week. Yeah, so I have to be at these levels. All these numbers have to be there. So this is a big climb to the 250. Yeah, that's a
Now, does that mean that your customers have to buy that much product? Is that what
yes,
that means?
yes. That's what that means. Yeah.
You have to have that many customers
Yes. Customers or brand partners. That's how much volume has to go through your business in a week, in a month, sorry, in a month.
in a
So
month.
that's all of us. That's
All
us,
of
our
you.
brand partners, and our customers.
Yep. So that's why it's kind of a built-in, hey, I'll help you guys, kind of a thing because I like to help anyway, but it's going to make those numbers go higher. I'm a long way from the 250. I'm at like 148. I have 100,000 to go yet. Um, but I'll get there. It's all exciting. And the hometown visit, the one after that, they literally come to your hometown. They bring a couple of the people from LifeWave and they do a little video on you and they take you out to dinner and they just throw a big party. So I'm like,
Which one's that at?
that's the hometown visit for three-star
3 star
executive.
executive.
Yeah,
3-star executive.
three-star executive. Yep. And after that, it's not just some money. I don't think I have it in here, but you get Rolex watches, you get a bunch of other stuff. So they're very, very, very generous. So the point of these new incentives is to congratulate you along the way. We all like recognition. We will do lots of stuff for recognition. We don't care about rank in general. We just want the recognition of, hey,
I just want the luggage.
yeah, you did something here, have this, um, like I have all these pins for manager, director, 1, 2, 3, executive. I have all these pins that they're sitting on my shelf here, and I have big, glass things, from that they give you when you get to these different levels at the conventions. Um, they're nice. Um, but I always like the stuff you get, like this kind of stuff. So it's all good. It's wonderful that they give us this. Okay, I think that's enough. That's as much as I went through. Um, I'm working on the customer premium. Next time we can maybe do that one. It's a Tuesday, I think. I had the 10th of March. And then I could talk about the difference between customer and stuff. So, do you agree this was enough? These first three
Yes.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
digest? Yeah.
We need to go back well, I do go back and review on a regular basis, just so it's in my brain.
Yeah. Yes, because this is a lot, and I can't stress more. Learn as you earn, because when
Yeah.
my numbers started changing, um, this when my numbers started changing, then that's when I like, oh, what does that mean? What is that? Where's that? And it's work. It's absolutely work because I live on I am on my home page. Here, I put that. Okay. I am on this page on my home page a lot. I look at these numbers constantly because I want to see where we're at. So like today, I'm probably like 148 now. It goes up every day. This number here constantly goes up. And then this just tells me what I need. And so it tells me I am two-star executive, and to get to three-star executive, this is what I need. All of these need to be green, and then this needs to be
Okay, so then when you look at the qualified downline volume, that's all your volume underneath of you, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then when you look at that next one, it fluctuates so much because I'm trying to get to my director and keep my director because I got the 250. I want the other 250, but the volume legs, like you've got 1/2. So tell me what you need there.
Okay. So you can click on that. Do you know you can click
Yeah,
on?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's live. All right. So I personally need 40,000. So that means that I have to have two legs. Two of my personally enrolled people
Okay.
need to have 40,000
And
points.
they don't have to be on the left and right. It's just two of your
Correct.
people. Okay.
Correct. Because my two are on my left. And then my third person, which I'll need for the next level, that one's on my right. So I'm really happy that doesn't not have to be one on either side, that's really good.
Okay.
So then I mean, I could pull it up, but I don't want to show what people do.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So then what that tells me, and I'm on these a lot, and you can find out everybody's circles. Do you know that, Pat?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Under qualified, I mean, I could pull that part up. In fact, let me do that. Let me find that because it's pretty important to know where to find that. Anybody got another testimony for the week? While I'm pulling mine up. Any great thing happen?
All kinds of things are happening. But
Okay, tell me something.
well, Jiffy Lube had to take me. Ivan was getting an infusion yesterday, and
Yeah.
I had 2 hours, so I needed tires put on during that time because I have to make use of my time.
Yes.
So the guy rode with me took me out there, and we're going to the infusion center. And then he said, "Well, I used to bring my mom here all the time." And so we got to talking, and she's had cancer like 4 different times, really big stuff. But now she's got a melanoma on her forehead
Okay.
that they said they're not going to do anything with. And I just handed him my card and I said, you could do you and your mom a favor by just researching this is it info.com and then give me a call. And so he says, "Well, will it help my back?" And I said, "Well, I don't know your inflammation." I said, "We don't know for sure what'll happen, but it's sure worth a try."
Good
So
for
he
you.
says, "Well, I'm going to check it tonight." He says, I'm really going to check it as I had a patch on, so I showed him what they were and stuff. So then I met him at the car. He brought the car back and I met him back and I had some patches in my purse and I just gave him like four. And he came and he says, "Oh," he says, "I can't wait to look at that." I says, "Well, that's great." I says, "Just stay in touch. We need to be talking." And then I handed him the patches and he pulled his pants down
Oh,
and put a patch right away where he hurt.
yeah, people
But
are very free.
I did hear from him last night, but I figure we're gonna be into Jiffy Lube, really. That's gonna be my left. I'm sure it's gonna be my world.
Good
And then
job.
we're getting ready for all of our shows. We're doing a lot of shows and stuff, so we've been getting ready for that. And we're doing an overview on the 7th, so we're getting ready for that. So
Excellent. Excellent. Good job. Did you get his number?
I do have his number,
Okay,
yes.
good. Yeah. I can't stress enough, get people's numbers.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way.
Yeah. Okay. So, um, to find out your personal downlines, right here, paid
Yeah.
track ranker. This is the team paid track ranker. Okay. So you get everybody's name. Can I pull up yours, Pat? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. So, you can put under first name, I think you're under Patricia.
Yeah.
Okay. So all my Patricias will come up. All right, there she is. And I can click on that. Okay, and there's one more step. Next rank. There. That tells her everything she needs. So she's above her 110 that she needs because, again, we can click on that. It tells everybody. And so she needs 10,000 and I'm is it okay if I click everybody's
Yeah,
names?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
People on here, your names are going to show up. Okay.
And that fluctuates so much. It's
Yes.
just
Okay. So
in and out.
Julie's leading the team here. Woohoo! Okay, so, but only like for one of those columns, only 5,000 of Julie's there's a max of each one of them. So you have to work other legs, which is really good.
Right.
So everybody that buys from Pat is on here. Okay. So every month, 231 of points or total downline volume, TDV, are on there. So that's what that number is. All right. So so she needs, okay, yep, that was that. So she needs to get to 10,000. So she could only have 5,000 from Julie. If she could have all of Julie's, she'd be there. So she has to get somebody else.
Right.
Because Dale, who knows what Dale's going to do and stuff. So anyway, that's your next goal is like the
Okay.
Jiffy Lube would be your amazing
Right.
part. And that would go on your left because Julie's on your right.
Right.
Yeah, because that would help with other ones. Okay, and then this one, it's it's pretty much the same chart. You have to have two people with 2,000. The level you're at, like I have to have two people with 15,000,
Yeah.
and I do, and I have to have my next level two people at 40,000. I have one, and so I'm working on the other one.
Getting that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so there you've got you need Dale at 2,000 basically. Then
Yeah.
then that little box is going to be checked.
Seeing it was, and then when he doesn't, then it's not. So
Yeah, that goes up and down. So because that's we're always on a roller coaster, and then you just have to
because this yesterday was 87%. Now it's 71 or something. It just changes.
it changes all the time. Yeah, so now you need 2,000 here. And they get rid of the top two. So then the rest of them have to get to 2,000.
They get rid of the top two. Okay.
Yeah. So outside largest leg volume. So we got to, so outside, not, I'm like, outside of these two,
Okay.
the rest of you, these, not like this is inside, but besides, yeah. So that we just got to go on that. Again, I just had to keep looking like, where did I get that? No, where did I get that? And then that minimum 2,000. So when that gets up, then that's going to fill that up too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. This is
All right.
amazing, amazing thing. So again, how I got there, organization, team paid track ranker, find the person's name, and then you have to hit next rank.
Okay.
All those things. But now, at first, it was just really hard for me to find that, and now I whip through it because I've done it a few times because it takes us.
That's how I'm learning too.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
that is the main thing to do. But there's a lot on there. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.